Want to keep up with all the results and stats from the track? Check out the new NASCAR Stats Package with the latest practice and qualifying reports, race results, and driver standings. Go to the NASCAR section of speedtv.com. Welcome back to the Nashville 200 from Nashville SuperSpeedway. Riding along with Johnny Sauter. He's running in the 14th spot. Behind him, Timothy Peters about to put him a lap down. That is your race leader. And that means now Sauter will be a lap down to the field, and he is running in the 14th position. So only 13 trucks on the lead lap, and that could change soon as well.
He hadn't got that worked out yet. He's going to have to go 3 wide again if he's going to get through this lap traffic without. And then here comes Kyle Busch. Look at the momentum Kyle has. This could be a lead change, guys.
Watch the momentum he's going to have.
Timothy Peters had to go down to the apron to try to get by that 92. Here comes Kyle Busch for the lead on the outside.
He's outside. He's outside. 18 outside.
We were listening on the monitor on the radio during the break, guys, and his spotter said you got a half straightaway lead. No pressure, no problem. It's all you.
Yeah.
Now he's not even leading anymore. That took about 2 laps.
Lower lap traffic was the block for Timothy Peters. Here came the 18.
Now they're side by side again, and they're both going to encounter traffic. Look.
3 wide. How about Johnny Sauter moves up the racetrack to try to get a better line into turns 1 and 2.
Wow, this is fun.
Stephen Wallace at 50.
Oh, whoa, problem for Stephen Wallace. Looks like the right front, maybe a problem.
Got a flat.
Looks like a flat tire for Stephen Wallace. We're getting very close to pit stop time. Within the next 5 or 10 laps, for sure, we should see trucks on pit road.
Stephen Wallace trying to keep it on the bottom of the racetrack, slow as he goes through 3 and 4.
Man, that's what you want a truck to do. Timothy Peters just went to the bottom of the racetrack, kept it there, Rick, kept it right on the line, was able to wait for Johnny Sauter to slip up a little bit, and he drove right around him. That's what you want your truck to do, but most of them won't do that.
Kyle Busch is out in front now as we see Stephen Wallace on pit road. Timothy Peters running second, no caution, so we stay green, and that means that green flag pit stops are coming up soon. Adam Alexander.
So now that Kyle Busch, the new race leader, has gotten around Johnny Sauter and also Stephen Wallace, the next driver he will see on track trying to put a lap down is that man right there, Brad Keselowski. He is currently riding in the 12th position. That's not good when you consider he restarted or was in the 10th position after those pit stops a little bit ago. But it is positive when you consider they were penalized on pit road. He has come from 22nd to 12th. He's been good on track. Unfortunately, the pit road penalty killed him, and now he needs a caution to ensure he doesn't go 1 lap down.
He got a big break there when those leaders got tied up with those lap trucks. They lost a lot of ground.
This is Johnny Sauter coming to pit road right now. Adam.
4, 3,
Nothing to lose
1,
any longer. He's 1 lap down, so he might as well go ahead and come to pit road for green flag service. This stop will happen at lap 95. 4 tires fuel, and they will make an adjustment on a truck that has been tight throughout the night. Sauter, the first of many to come in under green here this evening. And just behind Johnny Sauter, Stacy Compton coming to pit road. You see him right of your screen. A great night for Stacy, who started 17th and has worked his way to 9th. Last thing he said on the radio, I'm great in 3 and 4 rather, but loose in 1 and 2. They will try and tighten him up there. His pit stop coming at lap 96. Ray?
Mike Skinner rolling down pit road right here. He's saying he needs an air pressure adjustment on the right side. Gene Need says we'll give you 4 tires. He enters the pit road at lap number 96. Comes to a stop, and the International crew goes to work on his truck. They'll go right side tires right there. Pit road's about to get much busier. The 88 of Matt Crafton starting to roll down pit road also. Remember, I told you that Crafton was very, very tight off, and he's a little bit loose in now. Later in the thing, you see the Menard Chevrolet pull in there. They're going to go with 4 tires. We also heard that Ron Hornaday will be down pit road the next time by. Work continues on Crafton's truck. They get the right sides and a bit of a hang-up on the right rear. And here comes your leader, Kyle Busch, on his way. Now, Kyle has pit stall number 1. He'll come all the way down. The guys are ready. Eric Phillips telling him they will make another slight air pressure adjustment to try to help him roll through the center. On the brakes, guys go to work on the right front. Got the lug nuts off already for Kyle Busch. Dollar General on his Toyota this week. Almost got hung up in the air hose. Around to the left side. Work continues. The gas goes in on the backside. They're going to pull a tear off the windshield. And a little bit of a hang up. Getting all that fuel in. Kyle off pit road. Here comes Harvick and the 17, Adam.
And the problems for Kyle Busch will open the door for Timothy Peters. No adjustments here. He was fantastic as that run continued. His stop coming at lap 99. 51 laps to go. They would be good to go the distance from here. Right side tires are on. The lefts will go on as well. And they will pack it full of fuel, Ray.
Way too loose for Kevin Harvick. It got worse on the run all throughout there. They're going to put the wedge back that they made on the first change on lap number 33, and you see Charter Chevrolet rolls off pit road. They get those adjustments made. Back to Adam on the 30.
Todd Bodine was the leader, but he gave it up to come to pit road. His stop coming at lap 100. He goes deeper into the run than anyone else. That's an indication of just how good his truck is in the fuel mileage category. They're trying to loosen him up. It really got tight as the run continued. Smooth service on the right side for Bodine, the same on the left side, and the 30 pulls away. His service is complete.
Well, they're packing all the fuel in here on the number 51 down on my end, and as you said, Adam, these guys thinking if they get enough fuel here, they're good to go. We may not have another round of pit stops. They get the right sides done. Was a little bit of a air pressure adjustment on the left sides here for the number 51 of Eric Almirola. Good stop. He'll roll off. Almirola back to the racetrack.
Yeah, guys, we're in our window right now. Kyle Busch is back to the lead, but we've completed 100 laps. We know they can run at least 50 laps. They ran about 65 on that last little run there, so no more caution flags, no more pit stops.
You know, and the difference in the gap, Kyle Busch has got a huge lead now. And the difference in where Kyle is on the racetrack and where Timothy Peters, Harvick, and those guys are, you've got to think, Phil, maybe he got in the pits a little bit harder, maybe off pit road a little bit better, because there wasn't that much difference in the stops. It didn't look like no one really had any big problems. Kyle Busch even struggled a little bit at the end of his stop getting gas, but when pitting was all said and done, he took advantage of getting to pit road and getting off pit road better than the rest.
You know, Timothy Peters was a big loser on that. He comes now by about 8.5 seconds behind in 5th position. Kevin Harvick is now 5 seconds behind in 2nd position, and that's pretty close to where he was when they started the round of pit stops. So he looks like he held serve, and that moved him up to the 2nd position.
And you know, a lot of times the driver will want to wait a lap because the crew will call him in, and maybe there's some traffic getting onto pit road, and you want to make sure you get all you can getting to that yellow line where you see the yellow line right there at the end of pit road with the cone. That's exactly where you want to run as fast as you can to, but you can't go past that line too fast or you'll get penalized. So these guys are trying to get all they can getting onto pit road, and Kyle Busch did a better job.
In the Camping World Truck Series, because of the shorter races, it's very, well, it's very odd to see green flag pit stops. You just don't see it. It's very rare. And in this situation, it's even more rare to not have any violations taking place on pit road during those pit stops. But NASCAR said no problems.
Everybody clean.
Through that round of pit stops. So an impressive run for the Camping World Truck Series. The green flag pit stops.
You know, during practice this afternoon, you need to have your driver haul the mail the best he can to the entrance of pit road so he can get used to that in case it does happen. And maybe some inexperience from these guys not doing that led to them not getting onto pit road as well as they should have. But that's something that the team and the driver need to practice during practice.
7-second lead for Kyle Busch over Kevin Harvick. Harvick coming into this race trying to make it 5 wins in a row. Kyle Busch could be the big spoiler tonight.